A carer is a person who provides support to someone with a disability, a medical condition such as a terminal or chronic illness, mental ill health, alcohol or drug dependencies, or who is frail and aged. This care and support is unpaid and not part of any volunteer or work contract. A carer can be a family member, friend or neighbour and can range in age from 8 years old and up. In Australia, carers are recognised in legislation by Carers Recognition Acts in each state and territory and at a federal level. Western Australia was the first jurisdiction in Australia to have this legislation. This Act and the WA Carers Charter in the Act recognise the role of carers in the community and act as a guide for applicable organisations on where to involve and recognise carers in the provision of services that impact on them and their caring role. The WA Charter states that 1. Carers must be treated with respect and dignity. 2. The role of carers must be recognised by including carers in the assessment, planning, delivery and review of services that impact on them and the role of carers. 3. The views and needs of carers must be taken into account along with the views, needs and best interests of people receiving care when decisions are made that impact on carers and the role of carers. 4. Complaints made by carers in relation to services that impact on them and the role of carers must be given due attention and consideration. Applicable organisations in WA include the WA Disability Services Commission, the WA Department of Health and organisations funded by these agencies, and public hospitals. At a federal level, carers are recognised through the Carers Recognition Act 2010 and the Statement for Australia's Carers, which aims to increase recognition and awareness of carers and acknowledge the valuable contribution that carers make to society. The Federal Act applies to federal public service agencies and associated providers. These applicable organisations are to ensure their representatives have an awareness and understanding of the principles in the Statement for Australia's Carers and reflect these principles in the development, implementation, provision and evaluation of care supports and services. Examples of principles included in the Statement for Australia's Carers are 1. All carers should have the same rights, choices and opportunities as other Australians, regardless of age, race, sex, disability, sexuality, religious or political beliefs, Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander heritage, cultural or linguistic differences, socioeconomic status or locality. And 2. Children and young people who are carers should have the same rights as all children and young people and should be supported to reach their full potential. 3. The valuable social and economic contribution that carers make to society should be recognised and supported. 4. Carers should be supported to enjoy optimum health and social well-being and to participate in family, social and community life. 5. Carers should be acknowledged as individuals with their own needs within and beyond the caring role. 6. The relationship between carers and the persons for whom they care should be recognised and respected. And 7. Carers should be considered as partners with other care providers in the provision of care, acknowledging the unique knowledge and experience of carers. 8. Carers should be treated with dignity and respect. 9. Carers should be supported to achieve greater economic well-being and sustainability, and, where appropriate, should have opportunities to participate in employment and education. 10. Support for carers should be timely, responsive, appropriate and accessible. Applicable organisations in the WA and Australian Carers Recognition Acts must also report annually on their compliance to the Act to their respective Carers Advisory Councils and responsible minister.